Hello from the world headquarters for the Hanging with Herky Empire.
He is wound up tonight. Would you stop?
I just walked in the door, and first thing he does is he comes running with his toy. So we've been playing fetch. I don't know if he'll stay here much longer.
So first we have to start off with yesterday. Some of you might have seen The Price is Right. So we had talked about the two trailers who were on the flatbed headed to California.
Yep.
They were on The Price is Right yesterday. And I don't even know if you know this. A lady from Tallahassee, Florida won them. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah. So, I mean, how many miles from Ocala? That is so funny.
That's awesome. So that was a lot of fun watching. I didn't get to see it yet. I've seen some pictures, but I've been at work today, so you can't see that.
Yeah, our Runaway owner site is going crazy on Facebook.
Yeah.
So everybody who watched it has pictures up, and Stephen did comment that she was from Tallahassee, Florida.
Awesome.
So that's pretty cool. So I'm hoping that she goes to the homecoming in February. It'd be fun to meet her.
Well, hello, whoever you are, and welcome to Runaway.
Yeah, great family to be a part of. So other big news is
we got a big shout out on the Disney Campers unofficial Facebook page.
Right, yeah.
So if you remember last week, we talked to you about running into somebody from Disney Campers, April, and everything. So
and we put a picture of our son walking behind her when she was live.
Big news for the Hanging with Herky Empire.
Yeah.
We got a shout out on Disney Campers. And that was a lot of fun because we got a lot of feedback, and we picked up some new subscribers.
Yeah, so welcome.
So thanks for watching us. We really love Fort Wilderness, and we're trying to get back in there again. So we'll see how it goes. Herky, what the world?
I know, right?
So anyway,
he needs welcome. A squirrel to chase.
Welcome to everybody that's joining us from Disney Campers.
Yay, we're glad to have you. We also had some comments about little mister here running off.
Oh my goodness.
Chasing his little squirrel.
Yeah, in the last video you've seen that we lost Herky. This is the first time this has ever happened to us.
In 2.5 years.
Where we totally lost him. He took off in the woods and the sun was going down. We were like freaked out. Yeah. He never does that. Never. He's pretty obedient. We put him in a camper and he does not get out of it. Unless
we say okay. So somebody must have said okay. And he just took it. That was for me. I'm going.
So anyway, we're really happy for these. There's some kids in there. They were all on their bikes and
like, Mister, did you lose a dog?
So everybody took off after looking for Herky, and well, he came out of the woods and
dragging his red leash.
So anyway, all those admonishments that Herky got on YouTube, there, everybody telling him what he was thinking. I read every one of those to him. And made sure that he understands he's not supposed to do that anymore.
Never. Ever again.
Oh boy! The video this week that you all seen was our time at Tippecanoe River State Park.
Yep.
Our first time to that park, we took a ride up there and kind of just went in to see what it is. We had never been there,
weekend.
So it was very nice. The weather had turned off chilly for the first time. So anyway, you got to see a lot of it. There's a couple things going on there in that video. Is that the wind was bad, so we were kind of trying to protect the camera and everything like that. The video turned out better than I thought it would be because we had just so much wind. But the main draw for Nancy and I at the park was I had read prior to that it had been a WPA facility, and I think it was in 1946 the federal government turned that over to the state. So what are you complaining about? Herky's down here complaining because I'm not throwing the thing for him. We're going to continue with our video, and I'm going to keep throwing this thing for Herky. Anyway, most of it was that you see in there was everything that was built by the WPA, so we were interested in that. Yeah. I was disappointed in the park in that they didn't highlight that very much. So I talked to the lady at the interpretive center. She had some information on it, but just didn't seem like she, like it was a main draw of the park. Apparently, I would say that probably a lot of people are not into the WPA and
A lot of people don't know about it.
No, right. They're just
we
there
know
to
about
hike.
it because of your grandfather.
So they're there to hike and canoe and things like that.
Yeah, horseback.
Right. So anyway, that's it for the WPA. We really, really liked it. It was cool looking at the architecture.
So you saw when we got to the fire tower that the GoPro.
Yeah. So
had
for
died.
that section, we're using the GoPro Hero 7.
Yeah. We switched the iPhone.
The SD card had a failure after we hiked all the way back there.
Yeah, but I didn't go to the top. Ed did with his phone. Herky and I went back to the car. I don't like those heights like that.
So, yeah, sorry for the shaky video and that. It actually turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
I was just, actually, in my cell phone, the battery was dead in it, so we were on Nancy's cell phone for that. So,
yeah.
Some of you said, hey, you couldn't tell the difference between the two, but that's what we had to do. So,
Yeah.
Anyway, it was, the fire tower was a lot of fun. Once
Yeah.
you got up above the tree lines and you could just see for miles. That part of Indiana, which appears to be flat when you're just driving down the road, is actually quite hilly. And the area there had been pretty much preserved because the soil is no good around that park. It's all sandy. So there's a lot of older trees there and that. So it was fun. We had a really good time.
So my favorite part of that weekend was the trip home. We took all back roads, which I like to do. We like to do. And so we passed through lots of small little towns. Took us about 5 hours. We had lunch from the road, dinner from the road, and pulled in here in time to unload, get cleaned up, and go to bed.
So you're going to see that in this coming Sunday's video, and I think you'll enjoy it. We had a couple challenges in recording this video. Yeah. So there was two things going on there. The wind was really bad. And then the second thing that you don't think of here in Indiana, but the tomato harvest is going on. Yeah. And so there was so many semis going past full of tomatoes that at times, like when we wanted to do some narration at the side of the road, it was just almost impossible because there's just hundreds of tomato trucks going by. Like I said, you don't think of that. They're all headed to Orestes, Indiana for up to Red Gold. Mm-hmm. So
yeah.
Anyway, that'd be an interesting video someday.
Yeah.
So we did get a few questions this week, and I'm going to do my best to answer those. Appreciate everybody that reached out to us and talked to us. One question that's actually, I thought was a really good question, got on Facebook.
Yeah.
That is, what are we going to do this winter with our camper? Are we going to continue camping? Do we travel in the winter? And then second part of that question was, when it's raining and it's cold, basically, how do we stand sitting in the camper all those many hours? And
we don't.
We don't.
We do go camping in the winter. So
we make a combination of camping and road tripping in the winter. So we switch kind of where traditionally people go to a campground and you set all up and you have your campfire. We do it a little bit different. So we switch to road tripping. But we do some setup still. Mm-hmm. With that Easy Up we have, it has sides on it, and we have that propane heater, and it keeps it warm. Mm-hmm. You'd be surprised. So if we were in a situation where it's really... Now, we have been... Let me back up. Say, we have been in -4. Yeah. And we're not going to do that ever again. Never again. That was so cold. The camper inside stayed plenty warm. We were fine. We were fine, but... Yeah. Getting out to go to the bathroom. Because we didn't have our little porta potty at the time. It was miserable. We're never going to do that again. Never going to do -4. But I tell you, we can get in the teens. And so what we have planned for this winter, Nancy and I are working on this now, is some road trips. Yes. So they're going to be close by the house here. We're going to see some local things here on the road. There's one road. And some not so local. Right. But there's one road that we have in particular that we're really interested in. It's called the National Road. It's Highway 40 or State Road 40 that goes, actually it goes from Cumberland, Virginia, all the way to Vandalia, Illinois. I'll get more into that later, but we're going to highlight the Indiana portion sometime probably in January this year. And when we do that, we'll be road tripping, and we'll probably just go until it gets to be about 8 o'clock. We'll pull in a parking lot somewhere and go to bed. fire up the generator, watch a few episodes of Andy Griffith, and
Go to bed.
go to bed.
Yeah.
So, yes, be watching for that.
Oh, yeah.
We're not going to put, we do not put
I think
the
we
Runaway
did a video in the springtime of getting the Runaway ready. You know, a lot of people get theirs out, get their campers out of storage from the winter. Well, we just re-gear ours. We take the winter stuff out, put the summer stuff in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like we get it out of mothballs because we use it all the time.
So we'll actually be flipping our camper over here pretty soon and putting winter gear in there.
Yeah, I've already started.
And yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So how about that?
Yeah.
So
we got a new little heater.
Yeah,
I think you're
did.
going to do an episode on that.
So that
It's
was
nice.
the other thing. People have been asking us for just some Runaway videos. Now, you've heard me say it before, is our channel is really a vlog of us traveling and
With
what
Herky.
we're with Herky and what we're doing.
And a Runaway.
And the Runaway is third priority in that thing. So, but we do get a lot of requests to do something about the Runaway. So, some videos on Runaway. So, be looking for those. When the weather gets bad, we're gonna do that for some fill-in videos. So,
Yeah.
Anyway, I think it was David. Thanks for the question about the Runaway in the winter, because we're gonna keep going.
Yeah,
and
we've got the gear and we're
keep watching us. You'll see.
Yeah.
We appreciate everybody that's reached out to us on email.
Yeah, and Herky has a Facebook page.
So if you have any questions, just reach out to us on those two forums, and we'll be happy to answer your questions.
Yeah.
For right now, Herky's been patient, so
We're gonna play with Herky.
Time to take Herky for a little walk.
Yep. Bye.